So you're interested in the Fuji camera, but you can't decide which lens you want to get first? Well, I can't really exactly tell you which lens you should get first, but I'm going to show you guys in this video some of the different lenses I got for my Fuji system and kind of explain why I got those lenses, you know, in the order that I got those lenses, etc., etc. And hopefully by the end of this video, you get something out of it. So stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dono, aka Ben Wonderful here on YouTube. And thank you first of all for joining me here and checking out my YouTube channel. I do a lot of videos on travel, video and camera equipment, and different types of filmmaking and equipment type of videos. So if you like that kind of stuff, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and let's go ahead and take things off. So the first lens I'm going to talk about, which one of my more recent videos, I actually made a video about it, and it's my most recent purchase. It's the 16mm f1.4. That is the lens that I'm recording this video on today, so I won't be showing it in this video. But if you would like to know more about this lens, make sure you check out this video, and I explain my first impressions and kind of talk about the lens in that video. The long story short of it is that this lens is a very, very amazingly sharp lens, and the main reason why I got it is because when I started my Fuji lineup, I didn't have any fast lenses, and by fast I mean having an aperture below f2, you know. So I didn't have anything that was good for low light, and I heard a lot of good things about how this lens was very sharp. So I ended up getting this lens. I've only had it for about, you know, a week or two. It's got a really close focusing distance, and that's another great thing about this lens. It made me want to take some different types of shots and different types of angles, and so far I'm in love with it. I'm going to do a video on this lens, actually take it out and get some more footage and videos and take some photos with it, so stay tuned for that. First lens that I picked up, it's going to be the Fuji kit lens, which is another lens video I made if you guys want to check that out. The Fuji kit lens is not your ordinary kit lens, as I said in that previous video. When I was considering switching over to Fuji and checking out Fuji systems, the first camera I picked up was the Fuji X-T3, and I wanted to get a lens that was well-rounded because I didn't know anything about the Fuji system. The only thing that I knew is that I liked the Fuji colors and I love the aesthetics of the camera, so I wanted to get into it, and I thought, why not start off with this kit lens? Now, I know most kit lenses, and I've tried Nikon and Canon and some other different types of kit lenses, and they really are mediocre, and more likely than not, they're at the bottom of the barrel. But Fuji, with this 18 to 55 lens, it starts at a 2.8 when you're at 18 millimeters, and then when you're at the long end at 55, it goes to f4. So it's a variable aperture, but it's just not a trash lens at all, you know. You can get some decent low light actually with this lens if you use it at 18 millimeters, and it's very well rounded. So if you want to start off, I think this is pretty much the perfect lens to start your Fuji collection off with, and maybe advance from there, just like kind of like I did. The second lens that I picked up is this 10 to 24 millimeter. It's a constant aperture f4. Now the reason why I picked this up is because when I was shooting with my Sony, I love the 16 and 35. I just love that focal length for vlogging purposes and that wide angle for establishing shots. And I didn't really mind the f4 because I figured in most cases it's going to be for establishing shots and landscape types of photos. So when you're in those type of scenarios, then you don't really need to worry about the aperture because you're usually going to have some decent lighting, at least for me, and that was the reason why I decided to go with this lens second. And so far I love this lens, you know, I could recommend it. I'm thinking about doing a video soon comparing this lens with the 16 millimeter and, you know, kind of a battle of the wide angle lenses. So if you're interested in seeing something like that, leave a comment down below and let me know. All right. The next lens I got was a 7 Artisans 55mm f1.4. Now, this is a manual focus only lens, and the reason why I got this lens is because it was cheap. Quite frankly, it was cheap. If you don't like manual focus, then this won't be the lens for you. This lens has some great bokeh, and it's really good for portraits, but it's really cheap in comparison to a lot of lenses out there. So it might be something you might want to look into, but maybe not so much for video. So the next lens that I picked up was this zoom lens, because a lot of my lenses didn't stretch out too far, and when you want to get some nice looking B-roll, I think you need a little bit further reach. So I got the 55 to 200 millimeter. It's, I believe, starts at 3.8 to 4.8 or something like that. It's 3.5 to 4.8 aperture, which, you know, I didn't really get this for the aperture. I got it for the zoom, and I haven't really used this one as much, but my thought process when I picked this up was for landscapes and B-roll and video. So I haven't tried any of their other telephoto mid-range zooms. From some of the things I've seen in this, it looks pretty good so far. So maybe if you want to do a comparison and check out some of the other ones, then you might have to look other places, because this is the only telephoto zoom that I have and plan to get. And rounded off my video, which I still currently have it on my X-T3, it's the 23mm f2. I actually got this before I got my 16mm 1.4, and the reason why I got this is for multiple reasons, really. I got it for the portability because I wanted to use this camera on a gimbal, the 35mm focal length, which if you're using crop factor for the APS-C camera, then 23mm will be about 35mm. So I wanted to try that focal length out and see how much I got along with it, and I enjoy it so far. It's not my favorite. My favorite is 24mm, which I mentioned in pretty much every video. But I like this, and one of the other things is that it was weather resistant, so that's why I picked this one over the 1.4 version. I heard some good things about pretty much every lens in Fuji lineup. I've heard good things about, so it's really hard to decide which ones you want to pick. But I kind of wanted to give you guys my thoughts and why I picked up some of these different lenses. So I don't know, there's a lot of lenses in the Fuji lineup, a lot of great ones that I'm looking forward to trying out. The 56 1.2 is on my radar. Also the 90 f2, it's on my radar. The reason why I haven't gotten those lenses so far is because I'm considering them more for photography, not for the video part of it. And right now, my interests lie more with video. So at the end of the day, I think these lenses that I've shown you guys are really good for video. You know, they might not be perfect in every single way, but like I said, if you guys want to learn more about the 16mm lens, make sure you check out the link in the description. The 18 to 55, I also made a video on this. You can check out that link down in the description. The 10 to 24, I made a kind of mini vlog on this lens. You can check that out right here. So hopefully you guys got something out of this video. If you did, leave a like on this video. Comment down below. Let's chit chat about the different types of lenses that we use, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for future content. I got more videos talking not only about my X-T3, my X-H1, and my different Fuji lenses, but I'm also going to be talking about my Sony equipment and also travel videos coming up very soon. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.